Welcome back to my first ever zoo, where we're continuing our mission to fix the questionable building decisions made by past Evie. We've already tackled the giant tortoise, timberwolves, warthog, and bears to pair, but today we're taking on one of the biggest habitats in the zoo. And I mean that quite literally. It's time to give my Indian elephants the habitat they deserve. So let's get started. This old Indian elephant habitat is honestly sad. It's way too sparse, there's barely any creativity here, and for an animal as massive and impressive as an elephant, this habitat really doesn't do them justice. Luckily, past Evie has already given me a ridiculous amount of room to work with. For now, I'm going to start with the guest area and build the habitat around that. One thing I really wanted to do this time was create a perfect circle path. This is actually something I tried to do in the original zoo and failed miserably. But thankfully, I now know how to make a proper circle. Of course, it wouldn't be classic Planet Zoo though if I didn't spend far too long fighting with the pathing. Why does trying to connect one path feel like an Olympic sport? I know what I want to do, Planet Zoo knows what I want to do, and yet somehow we're still fighting. The reason I wanted a perfect circle is because it gives me a really nice guide to build this structure around the path, which makes it just so much easier for me to keep it nice and symmetrical, you know? But while I'm working on the structure, let's talk about our stars of the episode, the Indian elephant. They're a subspecies of Asian elephant found across parts of Central and Southeast Asia. They're smaller than African elephants, with males averaging around 2.75 meters and the females averaging around 2.49, which is still absolutely enormous. They're also incredibly adaptable and can live in forests, grasslands, and mountains. And here's a little elephant fun fact for you. There's something I didn't realize for the longest time. Despite what you see in cartoons, elephants don't actually drink through their trunk like a giant straw. They use their trunk to suck up the water, and then they funnel it into their mouth, which makes the trunk even more impressive. It's basically a nose, arm, hand, and drinking hose all in one. One thing I knew I wanted to do was keep this big boab tree in the center of this path. I really liked that idea that past Evie had, and it just gave the path a little bit of character and made the guest area feel far more interesting. The problem was, it was basically just a tree sitting in the middle of the path, so I'm keeping the idea but making it a little bit more practical. I'm building the structure around it so it actually feels like the tree belongs there, and I think it's a really good example of what I'm trying to do with this entire series. I'm not necessarily trying to completely erase everything I built originally. There are some ideas in this zoo that I really do like. I'm just trying to make those ideas a little bit better. Now, I've had an idea that I haven't actually tried before. I want guests to be able to walk into the elephant's hard shelter and view them from above. I think this could be a really cool viewing experience. Instead of the guests having to stand outside and look through a barrier, they can actually walk into this building and look down into the habitat. And surprisingly, it was so much easier than I expected. I thought I was going to spend ages trying to make it work, but the paths, you're not going to believe it, actually played the game. I think I might add a few more behind the scenes details eventually, but I don't have everything researched yet, so that's something that I can come back to and add later. For now, I'm pretty happy with it. Another little elephant fun fact for you, the one reason I'm giving these elephants so much space is because they're incredibly active animals. In the wild, elephants can travel huge distances in search of food and water. They can also migrate at the beginning of the dry season to areas where those resources are more plentiful. So while Planet Zoo might tell me exactly how much space they technically need, I want this habitat to feel like they actually have somewhere to go. And now I wanted to try something I don't usually use. This waterfall piece. I've barely touched these before, so I thought it would be a good opportunity to finally experiment with them. Except I don't have them researched. Of course I don't. So I've sent my mechanics off to research a few things before I can actually use them. And while I'm waiting, I thought I'd treat us to another female elephant. So I'm happily spending my conservation credits, and then suddenly I remember this is an alphabet zoo. I have limited funds. There is no magical conservation credit bank waiting for me. So I'm trying to be a little bit more sensible with my purchases, although I did manage to snag a male elephant before I completely ran out. So happy days. Now we're back to the waterfall, and I have to be honest, I'm not really sure how I feel about these pieces. I don't use them very often, so I think part of the problem is that I'm just not used to how they look. I'm trying to decide whether I actually like the finished result or whether my brain is just saying, that's different, we don't like it. Looking at the habitat as a whole, something still isn't quite right. It's just too flat, and considering I've made this habitat absolutely enormous, I need to do something with all this space. So I'm creating some raised terrain towards the back that gives this habitat a much more interesting silhouette and helps break up what would otherwise feel as a giant flat field. And it also means that the guests looking into the habitat aren't just seeing one enormous expanse of grass. We've got different levels, different areas, and a little bit more depth. Since I've added a couple more elephants, I've realized that the original hard shelter isn't quite big enough anymore. So instead of rebuilding the entire thing, I'm just going to duplicate it. I don't mind. Having two of these structures side by side actually fills out the part of the habitat really nicely, and it makes the shelter area feel much more substantial and gives the elephants another covered space. Sometimes the easiest solution is the best solution. Now, I've run into another little problem. For some reason, all of the enrichment items are showing as inaccessible, no matter where I put them. They're still saying the elephants cannot get to them. I'm not entirely sure what happened here. I've tried moving them around, placing them in different areas, but they just don't want to cooperate. Now that the habitat is looking pretty good, I'm moving on to the edges. And here's a little tip. If you want your habitats to look much fuller than they actually are, fill the space behind the barrier. From the guest perspective, it makes the habitat look much denser because you're seeing all those extra trees and plants in the background. But because they're outside of the actual barrier, they aren't taking away from the elephant's coverage requirements. It's one of those little tricks that make a massive difference, and obviously it gives me another excuse to place more plants. This viewing area, I wanted to do something a little different. This part of the zoo can get easily congested, so I don't really want guests standing directly on the main path. Instead, I've created a little viewing area off to the side. I'm giving them a nice view over the water, adding some shade so they can hang around and watch the elephants without completely blocking everyone else. And I think this is going to make the guest flow through that area much better. Of course, we also need some education. I'm getting much better at remembering these. It's only taking me several episodes, but we're getting there. I'm also making sure the board is positioned so my guests can actually see it while they're waiting around the viewing area. And hopefully they learn a little bit about these incredible animals while they're here. And this is where everything goes horribly wrong. While placing a speaker for the elephant, I suddenly realised there's no education for the common warthogs. And I could have sworn I set that up correctly. So I go check the habitat, and there's no warthogs? Okay. Maybe I put them in the trade centre. I'll go get them. Except they're not there either. That's when disaster strikes. All 3 of my warthogs are dead. Apparently when I moved the habitat gate earlier, it somehow took them out of the keeper's work zone, which meant no keepers could get to the habitat. And because nobody could get in, the warthogs couldn't be fed. They starved. I feel absolutely terrible. I genuinely did not realise what had happened. So I've got some new warthogs now. I'm hoping the guests never find out what happened to their predecessors. We're just going to keep that one between us, okay? Now that I've recovered emotionally from the warthog disaster, we're back to the finishing touches. I'm adding some more plants around the bottom viewing area, along with a few statues to make the space feel a little bit more decorated. Then I noticed this giant, completely bare wall. It's calling my name. So obviously, we're putting elephant decals on it. Technically, I'm pretty sure these aren't actually the Indian elephant decals, but who's gonna notice? Nobody. Everything's finally finished. I remember that one of my female elephants is pregnant, so naturally, I go to check her out. And I find her stuck behind the hard shelters. How? Did I trap her there when I placed the second shelter? I straight up do not know. Thankfully, she's okay. I've managed to get her back into the main habitat. I've now blocked off the area so none of the elephants can get stuck back there again, because apparently, if I leave even the tiniest of gaps, these animals will find it. We've finally reached the moment you've all been waiting for. Here is the before, and honestly, I think this might be one of the saddest habitats we've tackled so far. And here's the after. Honestly, I'm so happy with this one. We've got proper guest viewing areas, a circular path, a huge amount of open space for the elephants, multiple shelters, and a water feature. I especially love the viewing area inside the elephant shelter. It's something that I've never really tried before, and I think it gives guests such a more interesting way to see the animals. And while this habitat is absolutely massive, I think it finally feels like the space has a purpose. The elephants have room to roam, the guests have plenty of different viewing opportunities, and the whole area just feels much more alive. So overall, I think this might be one of my favourite makeovers in this series so far. It's definitely a massive improvement over what was here before. That being said, this one took me substantially longer than any other habitat that I have done in this series so far. There are a few disasters along the way, including accidentally starving my entire warthog population, which I'm choosing not to think about. And I'm really enjoying going back through this old zoo and seeing just how much my building style has changed. It's also been really fun trying new things, like this elevated viewing area, and I've never really sat down and played with the Indian theme. I get stuck in my ways, so forcing myself to pick a theme and stick with it, it was nice to step out of my comfort zone, which is probably why it took me a little bit longer to build as well. But what do you guys think? Did I manage to give the elephants the habitat they deserve? And do you like the new viewing area? Let me know down in the comments. If you're enjoying this series, make sure you subscribe because we've still got plenty of habitats left to fix. And next time, we're heading into another habitat that definitely needs some attention. Let's just say things are about to get very interesting. I'll see you in the next one.